Every now and again when I was breaking these blocks, I was hearing huge cave-ins from behind that wall there. So I think there's a big cave in there. Save. Welcome people, welcome one and all to episode number 4 of Poetica. And I am looking for a copper vein. Now, I've been just darting all around this area here where we had the tetrahedrite, just over this way from our humble abode. I'd started digging this hole here, got some ladders involved, got down that far and thought, well, let me just do a pass of the whole area, because there was quite a lot of pieces on the floor we've picked up. And so I was just sort of pro-picking the whole area, and all the way down there there's still no sign of it. There's not very far that I've dug, but once I hit the stone and you know, it's a lot slower to break those blocks, I just thought, you know what, I'd rather just run around where we found, there's a load of like malachite we found on the floor, like over here and more over there as well. I'd rather just see if any of those veins are actually, we got all these saplings we planted last time as well, which I don't think I got a chance to show in the episode. There's a row there, there's four there. I think that will grow into a big tree, I'm hoping. Might not though. Got a few more of these odd ones darted around. But yeah, there was, over here, there was malachite on the floor somewhere. And I'd just rather check the veins that are actually, or the pieces on the floor, check with the Pro Pick first to hopefully find one that's giving a positive reading from the surface. They are just, in my experience, so much easier to find. I'm going to leave that there for now. They're so much easier to find than ones that are deep underground, where you need to do your triangulating underground, because it just takes ages digging your way through, you know? Whereas if you can do the triangulation on the surface, then when you dig down, you're much more confident you're in the right place to begin with. It's just, all in all, a lot less digging. And I think, interesting. Huh. Can I do this? Kind of creepy down here, and I did want to do some caving. Oh, we're thirsty. We've only got one of these jugs as well. One of the missions for today would be to kill an animal that drops a bladder. Although I'm not sure off the top of my head which ones they are. I thought we'd killed some deer already, and it's clearly not the deer. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's just giving us cobble. Okay, we need to do a bit of this, don't we? Build ourselves a proper ladder. Oh my gosh, why did I not think that might cave in? It didn't occur to me one bit. Look at my health. It literally didn't occur to me one bit. What a dramatic start to the episode. I swear guys, I'm not that much of an amateur. Marble Diomignite. Is this copper or is this the Diomignite? Oh, a very large sample of marble malachite. See what I mean? I knew I'd seen malachite on the floor over here. Okay, so let's do this. Right. That's that. Sun's setting. There are wolves around here. They'll no doubt want a piece of me. So let's just check we're going the right way. Good. Let's go home. We might even sleep this night, because it will probably be good for our health. And then in the morning we'll come back and we'll try and get that malachite. And no doubt, as has been our luck so far in this series, when we do get it, it will be of poor quality, right? Oh, normal quality. I think, you know what, that's going to be fine. I think that's just going to be fine. Let's see how convenient a vein it is for us. Do you know what I mean? If it's huge, because it's right by the surface, so it could be cut off by the surface, and although it's saying very large, it could actually be not very large, right? So let's put a ladder up here. Let's make this 3 wide so we can get some support beams down. Wait, how do you do this again? There we go. And now we should be able to just kind of go a little bit nuts here. Yeah, sweet. We'll dig out a little area here and get some more support beams down a little bit lower down. Oh, look, it is looking a little bit thick and juicy down here, isn't it? It's kind of making me think we should just kick straight into a mining montage right now. Should we drop a beat? Boom, let's do it. All right, so that's quite a rinse of this area. It's a good start, right? We've got, what is it? Yeah, okay, I can get another 10 pieces to fill that stack, and then we'll head home. So that's what we got from it. And I also have in here 2 more stacks with the food. And look, we're just about to run out of water. The pick's just about to die. And we essentially, I suppose we could have, yeah, strictly speaking, these could be one further along. So we might end up doing that when we come back here next, we could move these one further back because they'd still cover the middle. They go 4 in every direction from the center point. So that's why you can see here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I marked it with a torch to know that's the edge of what we have supported. Every now and again, when I was breaking these blocks, I was hearing huge cave-ins from behind that wall there. So I think there's a big cave in there. Now, in theory, we're safe as long as we're underneath these, I think. But it could potentially cause a cave-in on the floor. If these blocks are unsupported underneath, then these support beams aren't supporting the floor. So it is always scary doing this. Anyway, we survived that round. And once we get the copper anvil, bronze anvil, and bloomery door, we basically don't need copper again until like end game, because we'll just be in the Iron Age for a while at that point. And yeah, it's kind of good reason, I think, to rush to the Iron Age and not bother with all the copper and bronze armor and stuff like that. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna get myself organized. I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I'm kind of sorted out now. We're going to replace each chest with ones that are better colour, but for now, it's fine. And so I've sorted out that this is all the copper we need for the copper anvil, and I thought I'd use as much of the dregs of the little bits and pieces that we have up to make it. So that's a copper anvil's worth there, which is 14 ingots. You have to trust me, I've done the maths, I hope I'm right. You'll correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure. Here is another 7 ingots worth of copper, which is what we'll need to make a bismuth bronze anvil. 7 ingots worth of copper plus 7 ingots combined of sphalerite and bismuth will make the 14 ingots of bismuth bronze there. Basically we'll be going for a 50% mix, 50% copper, 20% bismuth and 30% sphalerite, just to minimize the amount of copper we're using, because I think finding other veins of bismuth and sphalerite means we can put more in there. We might adjust that if we end up only finding small amounts of bismuth or sphalerite, but for now we'll go for that 50% copper mix. And so with that in mind, then this 16 ingots of copper that we've lined up here is the 50% of the 32 ingots that we'll need for the bloomery. Now I was just looking at crucibles because there are some different recipes for fire clay, but we wait, here it is, these ones, but we can't do any of that yet. So yeah, the crucible is out of reach, at least for now. One of the things we spoke about at the end of the last episode, which I think we'll do now, probably as our second montage in the menage à trois for this episode, is let's build, as we discussed last time, a little blacksmithing kind of area here on this sort of... You see, I've mixed in a bit of cobble last episode. We've got the mossy bits, but we'll probably like pull back a lot of this dirt here and build up a kind of blacksmithing area here is the plan. So yeah, without further ado, I suppose, let's do. Alright, sweet. Looking good, huh? Now this is a placeholder. That's where our anvil will go. And we need diorite, gabbro, granite, andesite, basalt, dacite, or rhyolite. So we're going to go for a little adventure to find any of those. My gut feeling is we'll find basalt connected to like a hot springs maybe. But that'll be where the anvil that we're using sits. And this is for the forge. Now I think that will work like that, won't it? I'm pretty sure. Because I just wanted to cover it so that the rain can't get to it. But then we still need it to have a kind of chimney. But I've got this sort of open chimney. It's kind of an unusual looking design, but I just kind of like it. I just feel like it's sort of geometrically pleasing, this whole arrangement somehow. Now to get the forge going, we're going to need a lot of charcoal, which means we need to dig a charcoal pit. So we'll just do a small one of these, but we need to do it somewhere. We've got all our crops planted here. But maybe the other side of the crops, like just in here, something? Do we not have... We don't have any knives at the moment. Let's make some. Speaking of knives, these are just so annoying. Just endless... In fact, let me get... I've already actually broken the knife I just made off camera. So here's the second one. But the relentlessness of all this stuff is so irritating. So I think what I'm going to do is just put some paths down. Just so that at least walking around the base, you know, there's like, there's some options for me here. So I think, yeah, we won't connect it. We'll just leave it like that. And so for those of you watching that are new to Terrafirmacraft, the idea here is that we fill this with wood and set it all on fire, and you need to put a top on it. So we'll cover it up. And all the wood burns down and it turns into charcoal, and then we can dig all the charcoal out of it at the end. So if I just do that and put that on top there, that'll be the block that we close it with. So yeah, we just need to fill this guy with wood. So we'll need to go out and fill our inventory with logs, basically. You know what, having done all that, now I just want to see my path finished, so we're just going to replant the sapling, which is annoying because they take a long time to grow, and we will have lost the progress on that one now. But so be it. We'll just pop it down here. I just want to see my nice pathway finished, you know. Beautiful. Well, it's really starting to feel quite nice around here. And I wonder if there is a way to stop grass growing on the grass, if that makes sense. But if not, at least we definitely have these paths now. We could also make this out of stone. Should we do that now? Yeah, nice. I like it. Okay, so we've got all our different bits now sort of laid out. Alright, let's have a sleep, and then we're going to go on a little adventure. We're going to be looking to fill our inventory with wood and hopefully find one of these rocks in raw form for our anvil. Actually, you know what? We've only got stone axe at the moment. I remember when I made this bismuth bronze pickaxe, I was like, oh, it's important, we're going to need that. But actually, it would have been... Well, we did end up needing it, because the other one's pretty much dead now. But it would have been more useful to have made another axe. Or at least we should have made another axe at the same time. So I'm just thinking if there's anything else we really want to make out of bronze right now. Well, actually, yes, let's make ourselves a shovel as well. Let's make an axe and a shovel of bronze. I think just those two tools will be fine. It kind of makes sense to do 3 tools at a time, doesn't it? Just because there'll be room in the thing. I suppose you know what would probably be useful is a hammer, because we are going to start anviling things quite soon, aren't we? So let's make an axe, a hammer, and a shovel. This is my spare copper off camera as well. I went and got the rest of the copper we needed to. So we've got enough for 2 bloomeries. I think that's what we'll go for, is a double bloomery, having thought about it a bit more. But yeah, 60 units of that. We need 180 units of copper. Well, while I was over here getting the sphalerite, turns out there's a very large sample just right here. I mean, actually, we should triangulate it. But yeah, this is close enough to the surface that we should just be able to... Oh, hello. Right, cool. So please, please, please say we have 8 logs. Yes, we do. Okay, amazing. Right, so this is all working quite well then. So look, we just put a bit more sphalerite in, so we're actually at this maximum there. It's like, yeah, that's probably the mix. That 50, 30, 20 ratio is probably the way we'll do it when we make all of our anvils and bloomeries, and when we start mass producing bronze. And this leads us quite nicely onto something we were going to do in today's episode anyway, which is when we pour these, it would be nice if we had some mittens to do it with. So let's go make the mittens, because we do have the sheep skins, right? They're down here. Yes, here they are. We need some knives. Presumably that's cooking away nicely. So we've got a bit of a time frame here, because we want to get these mittens made in time. What do? Throw those in there like that, and then we end up with those coming out. We get our spindle. We spindle the wool. Good. Now this is going to actually be the time-consuming bit. Now, Verph did actually mention to me that there are a few other options as well in between the 2 sticks and the mittens in this mod for holding things. Is it hot? Right. Okay. So you got wooden tongs and iron tongs. Maybe the iron tongs are the best. I don't know what order they go in. We're shooting for the mittens for now anyway. So it's just a piece of leather. We need 1 piece of string. Oh, damn. Yucca string. Oh, no. Wait, so can we actually not do it in time? Do we just need to run around panicking, gathering sticks now? There's some there. Hold on. Do we really not have even just 1 little piece of string somewhere? Where would I put it? If I did have some string. Wait, I saw something. Yes. And the leather. Leather's in here. And press G. Okay. Alright, excellent. We can do it. Okay, so we've got our mittens. And with time to spare, baby. Nice. Alright, it's go time. Let's see how much durability these mittens have. I was just thinking I should probably... A yucca sack? I wonder what that's for. Yeah, this is interesting. I think we should just make some yucca, right? Oh my gosh. We've used like a quarter of it already. That's ridiculous. Let's get the hot stuff out. Wow, so every time we repair these mittens as well, you need another piece of leather and another piece of string. But we don't... That's crazy. How quickly... I was expecting it would last a lot longer than that. I mean, that pretty much means that, like, when we're doing our, like, long metalworking stints, we're going to be, like, just absolutely working our way through so much leather. Wow. Until we get the iron tongs, I suppose. Anyway, let's go on this adventure, eh? Third and final montage of the episode. guys, that bear scared me so much. Like, my heart rate is still pretty high, I'm not gonna lie. Are these nice? But yeah, we've got 1 layer worth of wood, and I don't know if you spotted it, but the very first ruin we came to was Gabbro. And Gabbro works, and it had just a nice piece of raw stone there. It just came off perfectly straight away for us. So, bang. And then, is it just... There we go. Pop the hammer in. Sorted. Just light that back up. Anvil is cooking. Oh, and the other thing is... Just use this hammer for this, I suppose. Is that marble is a flux stone. So there you go. So that's all ready. We got our flux, we got our hammer. The anvil is ready to go. So that's good. And it's good that marble's a flux stone. Sometimes, like, it can be a real hassle actually just even trying to find some flux, you know. Let's put these 8 logs over here. They're like spares. Okay, but then all the rest of these, because it's a 3x5, I think, if I remember correctly, I made it a 3x5. Yeah. So that's what I kind of arranged 3x5 in my inventory, and once that was all full. But yeah, those hemlock trees seem to be quite efficient, but the fact that the kind of real hotspot for those hemlock trees is guarded by a bear isn't ideal. Now, I actually don't want to just do the whole bottom row, because we need to, we want to kind of fill it from the back outwards, so we'll just do it like this. But we know that is half of it, yeah? And so, yeah, maybe between this episode and next, I'll fill that up. And at the start of the next episode, we'll light it. And I think that probably does it for today. We've made quite a lot of progress, and just kind of the area's just starting to look a bit nicer. We are going to change that, I promise. So, yes, I think that'll do it for today. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, like, share, smash, and all the other good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time. So, oh, my helmet, my leather helmet is gone. I must have taken one too many hits to the head today. Anyway, thanks for watching, people. Take care, yeah, and be excellent to each other, and I'll see you soon. Safe.